Hip hop and R&B is 135, the Big Papa Keith live special guest. Kevin Herrera's in the building. What's good, my brother?
What's up, my brother? Thanks for having me, dog.
And pleasure, man. Thanks for taking the time. So listen, everyone's excited. You're here or are you in town yet? What's going on?
Yeah, I've been here since yesterday. I'm excited, man. I got two shows tonight, two tomorrow. So Miami's always fire. People out
That's
here
what's
always.
up. I mean, with a last name like Herrera, this should be like home for you.
Yeah, this should be dope. I have a white opener, so he he has a hard time out here. But yeah, he just said he came in here before. He's like, nobody fucking speaks English. Bro, that shit killed me. But yeah,
That's just gonna make your performance that much sweeter.
yeah. No, it's fire. Miami. Honestly, man, this is one of my favorite cities, top three for sure. So I'm excited.
That's what's up. I like to, take it back a little bit. How'd you get started? This career is a very special one.
Yeah,
Comedy is
yeah,
something. I'm a radio personality, clearly, but
yeah,
comedy is something that I've always respected, and because it's like to stand in front of people for over 30 minutes,
yeah,
and some people there not wanting to have a
yeah,
good time and all this
yeah,
kind of shit you got to deal with.
yeah.
It's kind of like I would say one of the most difficult crafts. How did you get involved with this?
So to be honest with you, I've always been intimidated by stand-up comedy. I was never one who thought I would go on stage. I had an agent reach out to me. Um, I was still working as a cop at the time, and he reached out to me. He was like, "Yo, I watch your podcast." I had a podcast, another podcast at the time. And he was like, "You're hilarious." He's like, well, I want to get you on stage. He's like, let's try to do a show in New York. And I'm like, yeah, for sure, bro. Like, I wasn't planning on doing it. And then Joe Coy invited me out to a show. He was a big,
Legend.
yeah, he was a fan of mine. And he was like, yo, come out to my show. We went backstage. I met him and he was like, bro, are you doing stand up? And I said, no. And he was like, bro, you need to do stand up. And at that point, I was just like, I believe in God, and for me, it felt like everything was kind of aligning for me, and I was like, fuck, maybe I
Step out
gotta
of
try
faith.
this. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was petrified because the moment I announced my show, I was a cop, and like, cops are haters. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like the cops are haters. They don't want to see you succeed. So you got all these dudes who I work with who like, oh yeah, like you a comedian now? No
Right.
doubt. Bought tickets front row. Like I'll see you there. And I'm like, this is terrible. So you have half the crowd who's there just to see if you're gonna fail.
Right.
Even
Bomb
more
and yeah.
intimidating. And I'm not gonna lie, I had a couple whiskeys. I was super nervous. I did the show, and honestly, it felt like God carried me throughout the whole show. It was such a cool experience. I had such a good time. I was up there for like 50 minutes. It was my first time doing comedy, and I crushed. I'm sure if I look back on it now and watch it, I'd vomit at that. But at the time, I remember getting off stage, and I remember how shocked everybody was and was like, yo, and it felt really good for me. And I was like, all right, like maybe I got something here. And then I did my second show, it went even better. And I was like, okay, I think I could actually do this. And then, it's been nonstop the last 2 years.
That's what's up, Kevin Herrera in the building. Thank you for your service as a cop.
Oh,
You're not in the force anymore.
no, I quit. I quit almost 2 years ago now. And
Started
following,
making some real money, huh?
yeah, making some money and I'm overdrafted right now, but yeah, I am making some money.
Well, you're here in Miami to help that.
Yeah, absolutely. Miami, come on, y'all gotta come out, man.
For real. What's
I
your
got
heritage?
I got agencies to pay.
That part. What's your heritage?
I'm Colombian and Puerto Rican.
That's what's up, Boricua. Well,
Yeah.
and where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Queens, New York.
That's what's
I
up.
currently live in Long Island. I got a little bit of money, so I moved my kids to a white neighborhood, and
That's
and
how it works, man.
yeah,
That's how it
yeah.
works. You move.
Especially in New York, there's no like Miami's dope because it's like it's diverse, but like there's good schools in
Yeah,
diverse areas. In New
yeah.
York, it's either white or minority. And I will tell you right now, there are no good schools in the minority areas. You are forced. You
It
are
is what it
forced
is.
to go
It
to the
is
white
what it
area.
is. For
Yeah.
real. Well, listen, I know that kind of move, like going from like Rochdale to Rosedale or going from
Yeah. Yeah.
Hollis to
Yeah.
Elmont.
Yeah.
Going up to
Yo, so
Hempstead.
you're
I get
familiar.
it. I'm
You
a New
know New
Yorker.
York,
Yeah,
naming all the. Oh, okay. I see you, bro. I see
I
you.
know what time it is. So I love that for you, brother. Well, listen, man, let everybody know it's going down tonight. It's going down tomorrow.
Yeah.
We have two
Miami.
improvs here. We got one
Yeah.
in Fort Lauderdale, one in Daniel. So let
Miami
them know.
Improv. Two shows tonight, Miami Improv. Two shows tomorrow night, Miami Improv in Doral. 7 and 9:30.
That's what's up.
7 and 9:30 tomorrow. 7 and 10 o'clock today. And yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm
That's what's
excited.
up. Well, we excited to have you, brother. Kill him tonight. Have lots of fun, man. Everybody go out there, cop your tickets, and pull up on this brother, man. Especially if you're from up top, you're from New York. You got to show the love to our fellow New Yorker. Especially if you wear a badge, and you got to pull up on the brother as well. There's so many reasons, and he's funny as hell. All right, so let's get it
Appreciate you,
popping, man.
King.
Thank you
Thank
so
you, my
much, Kev.
brother.
I appreciate you, man. Kill him tonight.
Salute, my brother.
I don't
Appreciate
mean
you.
literally.
Yeah, yeah. Later, bro. Appreciate you.
All right,
Be good,
bless.
man.